These days, everyone is becoming addicted to one or two things, even without knowing. A lot of people find themselves doing the same thing over and over again. Before you know, it has become a habit. So today I'm going to be sharing with you just 3 quick ways you can easily break that addiction before it crashes your life. And I'm not talking about only drugs. There are many things in this life we are addicted to, even without knowing. These things are self-destructing. These things take time, and they can hinder you from achieving the goals you've set. You need to make sure that you break that habit before it breaks you. It comes slowly by slowly, it closes into your life. Before you know, you cannot do without it. A lot of people that are doing drug abuse, pornography, when they share their secrets to other people, some other people can be like condemning them as like, says, that is something you just quit. Or maybe you would talk to a brother or sister in the church and all that, and you explain what you are battling with. Someone is like, it is just a habit, you just break it. No, when something becomes part of you, it's hard to break it away from your life. It's hard to do away with it. It becomes part of you. So if you are here and you are battling with addiction, you are not alone. A lot of people are battling with it. Some of them are just quiet with it and they don't want to say anything, but the real fact is that they are dying inside. Anytime they do this habit, anytime they practice this habit, they feel convicted in their hearts. They feel tired of it, but they lack strength to break away from it, or they lack strength to do away from it. So if you are that kind of person, this video is for you. If you find it, please watch to the end and let us break this thing before it breaks you. The first step of this process is willingness. You must be willing to quit. But if you are still enjoying it, and when you do it, you don't feel any conviction in your heart, you don't feel you don't feel bad, for you, you're not ready. But this process is for that person that is willing. I also, I had an addiction of social media, but I first became willing to quit, first became willing to use social media for a more positive way, not just wasting time scrolling and scrolling and watching things and laughing, and before you know, my day is gone and I've done nothing. So you must be willing to quit. You must be having that conviction in your heart that this thing is wrong and I need to really quit. So that is the process. That is where it starts from. That is where your freedom starts from. You must be willing to quit. The willingness, sometimes it comes from God. If you feel like you don't have the willingness from God, the Bible says that even the willing comes from God. So you can also pray about it and say, God, give me the willingness to stop this habit. I know it is not pleasing in your sight, and I know it is not giving me the joy of salvation, or the joy that I'm supposed to have. Give me the willingness to quit this habit, and God will surely give it to you. God desires a willing heart to quit something and do the right thing. So when you make that prayer, the answer will come very swiftly in your heart, and you will feel it almost like instantly after doing that prayer or after making that prayer. Number 2 of the step of this process of healing from addiction is you must hate it. You must hate that habit. Sometimes you are enslaved by it. If you have been practicing it for quite a long time. Like, there are some people that are addicted to cigarettes. You cannot sit in 5 minutes and you're not having a cigarette in your mouth. There are people that watch pornography all through the night, all through the day. They are addicted to it. When they don't get this thing, they know it is bad, but if they don't get it, they don't settle. They are filled with anxieties. If you have the willingness, now it is time now to pray to God to hate it. Pray to God, make this prayer that, oh God, help me to hate what you hate and love what you love. If you're really determined to quit this habit, you're going to make this prayer, and this prayer is going to really answer for you. You must hate it. Find people giving testimonies like, I've always been smoking and smoking and smoking, but since I made this prayer, the next day I never felt the craving again. I lost the craving. I even lost interest of being with my friends that do that habit or that smoke. So After you hate it, God gives you the strength now to overcome it. Before you cannot live what you love. Whoever you love, you stick to them. So if you are really hating this habit, hating the cigarette, hating the alcohol, hating the pornography, hating the TikTok itself, the videos you normally watch, you find yourself overcoming that habit. God gives you the grace. Grace will not help you when you are still holding on to that thing and your heart is still there. Grace will work for you when you are willing and ready to hate that thing that you have been doing and you are tired of. Now, after you've had the willingness and now you hate it, you might find that still it is not there, because most of the times when you are free, when you are off work and you are relaxing, the craving comes back again. It starts from your mind and it starts flowing again, because yeah, the devil does not want to let you go. So it still brings in the thought in your mind. It keeps on flowing. You know, these things, you do them every day, you go through them every day. So I believe it's not new to, I believe it's not new for you to hear these things. So these thoughts just coming to into your mind. If you have been watching pornography and all that kind of videos, I know you can be lying down and that thought comes just deep and falls into your mind again, and before you know, your mind is taking you back. Now what are you going to do in that situation? You are going to starve it. That is our step number 3. You are going to starve it. You have to battle with your mind. The battle starts from your mind. When these thoughts start coming in and the devil is reminding you of how sweet the cigarette is, of how fun TikTok is, you know, it's going to beautify it in your mind and you start seeing it. But now, when you are having such kind of thoughts in your mind, now this is the time now to unleash the weapon of the blood of Jesus. I need you to be calling upon the blood of Jesus 7 times. Every time that thought come in, I've used this so much and it has worked for me so much. Pleading the blood of Jesus over your mind against any evil thoughts, against any evil thought that comes from the devil. You need to plead the blood of Jesus 7 times. This is the only weapon you're going to have, because the devil is unleashing all the weapons of your memories, of the things you watched in the past and you don't want to go back to them again. He's going to bring them again into your mind every time you are trying to quit. He's going to bring them even more often, even more stronger. But what are you going to do in that situation? Because you don't want to fall back. You have the willingness. You started hating it, but it's still coming back. It is still flowing in and in and in and in. You have to plead the blood of Jesus. That is the only weapon you are going to use for you to totally break free, until time passes and you even remember, like after some months, I'm like, I used to do this, I no longer do it. And you feel proud of yourself and you feel strong and you are happy and you are joyful, and you even start, you know, helping others that have been also going through the same thing. If you have watched this video and you see that it needs to get to other people that are struggling with addiction, please make sure you like, subscribe, and also put a comment and tell us which step are you, and God will surely bless you.